If you have to tie up a zombie, are you sure what knot to use? Hey everybody. Um, there are literally hundreds of different types of knots, each with their own special strengths, and yet most people only know how to tie their shoes. When I was a commercial fisherman, I used knots every single day. I was a deck boss on a crab processor, and that's where I learned the art of knot making. It actually saved my life on many occasions. Today, I'm going to teach you two different knots, two of my favorite knots. You can use these knots to tie down just about anything that you don't want to get moving around, including zombies. On a bit more serious note, here in Texas we have about 240,000 burglaries per year, according to the FBI. So these knots that I'm teaching you are going to be fun, but they might actually save your life. Two things that you're going to need to practice knot making is one, you're going to need a length of line. This one is about 1 fathom long, that's about 6 feet. You're also going to need a friend who doesn't mind being tied up, and I brought my friend here, Zombie Mike. There we go. There's Zombie Mike's hand. The first type of knot that I'm going to teach you is a type of hitch knot. Hitch means you're going to tie your line onto something else, like a cowboy hitching his horse up to the hitching post. Take your line, start with your arms crossed on the line like this. You're going to uncross your line with just your top arm. Mine is my right arm. And you're going to make a circle around like that. All the way around. Get a little closer to the camera so you can see what's going on. Okay. So you end up with 2 loops. You're going opposite of this line here. All the way around. So it looks like 1 loop. And open it up a little bit. This is your hitch. This hitch is going to go over the hand of our zombie, or your friend's hand, whichever the case may be, and then you're going to pull on one end to tighten it up. This is a clove hitch. Now it's not quite done. You've got one other thing to do. We need to finish it off with a small knot called a half hitch, and that's just very simple. The small part wraps around the long one, tucks through. It's the same knot you use when you're starting to tie your shoe. So, whole thing is called a clove hitch. Second knot that I'm going to use is called a loop knot. We're making a fixed loop in the line. All right, let's put Zombie Mike's arm underneath my armpit here. Okay, this particular one is called a military loop. What you're going to do is you take 3 turns around your hand. 1, 2, 3. You take that first turn and you move it so that is in the middle. Okay? Now you take what's now the first turn, and you're going to take this loop all the way over these 2 and back through where your hand is. Okay? There we go. Pulls up and oh, this is such a beautiful knot. You tighten it up. Okay. Now this is going to help you tie down the zombie. Normally what you'd do is you're going to tie it around something strong, something immovable. Right here I don't have anything except for a chair, so we're going to just use this to demonstrate how the knot works. Okay. In this case, your zombie is pulling away, and you are going to take the opposite line around your immovable object and run your standing part through the loop that we made. The military loop. Okay? Tighten it down, and then you can secure that with a half hitch. And now we have our knots done. So those are 2 knots. Nice thing about these knots too, is a little bonus, is they're also easy to untie. They don't jam, and you can use your line again and again for securing many zombies. So I hope that these 2 knots that I showed you, the clove hitch and the military loop, are going to give you a little bit of personal power here and help you be afraid not. really bad pun. Oh well. Anyway, thank you very much for your time, and have fun learning about knots.